There we go. You hear them before you see them. People. Lots of them. Pushing branches aside, you're presented with a city you saw from afar. A hybrid between shantytown, refugee camp, and RV park skirts the massive wall to the city. Nice. That is a sight to behold, I'm sure. Everywhere you look, people navigate the winding, muddy roads, carrying supplies, patching holes in shelters, or arguing over property. Smoke from 1,000 camp stoves and barrel fires trail upward, and the scent of cooked food. Ah, cooked food. So good. Nary an eye pays you any attention. Just one of dozens of ragtag corpses shuffling in from the wasteland. Beggars, customers, hopefuls, prey. Welcome to DMC's Sprawl. Nice. Oh wow, this is like massive tiles. Or massive tiles. A lot of... This is big. That is what I'm trying to say. So is there anything... There's unlicensed power tap. Oh. That's kind of cool. I don't have anything that needs a charge. But, you know. Hey, communal trash barrel. Hell yeah. Oh, damn it. I'm weak with thirst. Is there, like, anybody by that I can, like, talk to? Spy? Spied on a tent. Alright. Is there, like... It's just that, huh? That's just... The shantytown seems pointless, so... Navigating the twisting maze of shacks and tarp tents, Detroit's massive walls stand as a constant backdrop to the city. Easily half a dozen stories high, that's actually pretty tall, to be honest. And probably almost as thick. Wow. The city walls are an impressive sight to behold. Armed towers bristling with surveillance arrays stand at regular intervals, keeping watch over the sprawl and likely the city within. Before you, giant vid screens on the 3 gatehouses flash instructions about pass requirements and threat levels as flocks of people stream into and out of the gates. You take your place in line on the right, with the others entering the city. Oh dear, this is going to be a lot of reading. When you reach the front of the line, a sinking feeling overcomes you. Heavily armed guards in full combat armor are checking attendees with some sort of scanning device. You're pretty sure that whatever these other folks have to get in, you're missing. Yeah, probably. When it's your turn, the guard stops you, turns to a monitor installed in the wall. A message reads, "Device not detected, entrance denied." With the efficiency and compassion of an assembly line worker, he directs you away from the line, back outside. Unfortunately, getting entrance to the city may be trickier than just showing up. Probably. Oh, and now we've got a dude, I think. Back outside, you cross the muddy square and stop to survey the area. Where do you go now? Would anyone in the sprawl know about the cryo facility? Probably not. You're startled when you notice a man has been watching you. He's wearing a long brown coat and matching hat and is leaning on a walking stick. Why always leaning on a walking stick, you creepers? From this distance, you can almost see the glint in his eyes. Below the trilby brim? Though it's probably just your imagination. No, probably not. He takes his time approaching you, and as he nears, you notice there's heavy... What? Heavy... That's a Q, right? Maculage? maculage on his face. Right. It reminds you of one of those old portraits you see in a history textbook. Yeah, sure. Folks call me Hatter. All right, Hatter. Are you mad as a Hatter? He says matter-of-factly. I think we may be able to help each other. Oh, God. Oh, dear. Never trust a man named Hatter. Or anyone named Hatter. Hatter's office is in the husk of one of those flophouse hotels. Flophouse hotels? You'd see crammed between high-rises in the busy city. It even has the old marquee. Nice. Hanging precariously from the cornerstones. Several floors up, armed guards watch over the street from missing sections of the building. Hatter acknowledges the men at the door and leads you through a surprisingly clean lobby to an old-fashioned elevator. Yes, I said elevator. Deal with it. I have a client. He starts pausing for the cage to rattle shut. Right. Who collects... okay. I have a client who collects heirlooms. He speaks louder over the motor. He compensates well enough, in fact, that I'd be willing to part with a DMC visitor's pass in exchange. Oh, indeed. The elevator clunks to a halt, and the door rattles open, revealing a dark room lit by the video screens and old lamps. Okay. Stepping off the elevator, it feels like you've walked into a control center built into an antique store. Baubles and relics crowd the walls and tabletops, while video screens and computer consoles cast a bluish tint on a handful of armed guards. The armed guards are kind of making me nervous. Hatter crosses the room and sits at a low, broad desk, facing the elevator. There's a lake. What? He pulls a worn road atlas from the desk drawer. About a day's walk northeast of here. Okay. Inside, a building there is a silver urn. Okay. So you want me to steal the silver urn? He pages through the atlas to a map of Michigan. My guess is that you know a thing or two about getting around out there. And maybe this could be your ticket into DMC. He pauses and looks at you, interested. I could decline, I could accept. Security upgrade? Let's do trapping. Something doesn't add up. You're no seasoned mercenary, but you're sure any fixer worth his salt is going to be careful with whom he contacts or contracts for work. And a visitor's pass can't be cheap, so there's no way this is just a cakewalk test. Plus, Hatter approached you. Nobody walks into a town out of nowhere and gets that kind of welcome. Something doesn't wash here. Oh, I love when they use wash. And it's making you edgy. Yeah? I don't like this, you say, stopping short of sounding threatening. Sounds like someone's trying to set me up. That gets Hatter's attention. You hear the creak of leather as the guards tense. Oh. He says, leaning back in his creaky chair. Turns out maybe you are worth the extra attention you seem to have garnered. Oh dear. He looks down at a blank spot on his desk, considering something a moment, and starts talking at it. What? Your, let's call him employer, had a particular interest in you. Okay. Shouldn't that be our or my? Because is technically not my employer yet. I didn't take the job. And if I did, you would be my employer, wouldn't you? Anyway. He leans forward and starts interacting with his security console. Interested enough to open this earn contract with express instructions that it only be assigned to you. Said I'd find you trying to enter the DMC. This is getting fishier and fishier. Said he'd front the cost of the visitor's pass if I got you to do it. He finishes a keystroke, then gestures to the wall monitor. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. One of the monitors switches to a view of this room with a cycling time code in the lower corner. Okay. After a few seconds of fast forwarding, it switches to real-time playback. All right, so it's really just a security camera. There, standing where you are now, a black mass about the size of a man walks with Hatter. The detail seems to be glitchy. Okay, so the camera doesn't work so well. As if there is some dark-colored static distorting the signal, but only around the figure. Oh. What's with the censoring, you ask? Dunno, he says. Looked normal in person. Must be some sort of EM interference. Okay. The discussion is short, punctuated by the figure handing Hat a small object, then leaving. We don't know what the discussion was. I guess it doesn't record audio. As a rule, I don't disclose client info like this. He stops the video. But you seem like a decent type. More to the point, resourceful. And while money talks, I'll take a competent operative over cash any day. Well, that's nice. He reaches into a drawer and pulls out a small black wristband. The pass is yours. I'll keep my ear to the ground for any info on this Reaper fellow and let you know. And hey, he says before letting go of it, maybe you come around again when you're looking for some work. Nice. Nice. What's this? Oh, that's to re-enter. Can I put this on my wrist? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. That can pop on my wrist so it doesn't take anything. Sweet. Sweet. So now I can enter the mega city. All right. Well, I am going to kind of take a quick break here. And yeah, we'll be back.